Hello, everyone. My name is Danica. I am the Senior Social Media Coordinator for California Psychics. We are so excited that you're tuning in. This is our live reading. Today, we're here with Psychic Teagan. Psychic Teagan, how are you doing today?
Hi, Danica. I'm great. How are you? How's everyone out there today? Hopefully everyone's good.
We have a lot of questions coming in. And of course, we have another face on the screen. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, my name's Mercedes. I am from San Diego, California, but I currently live in Denver, Colorado right now. And that's where I'm from. Do radio in both cities. So that's me.
And have you ever had a psychic reading before?
This is actually like my second or third one in my whole life. So I'm excited.
Well, that's exciting. But before we jump into her reading, we're going to go ahead and take a couple of questions from our audience. Just a reminder, we're not going to be answering any questions about health or legal questions, which do include questions about pregnancy. So if you do have those questions, I would recommend asking something else. And then if you are asking a question about another person, whether you're talking about a significant other or maybe you have a question about a deceased loved one, if you could include their first name, that will help Teagan connect a little bit faster and see your person of interest a little bit clearer, so that way we can get through as many questions as possible. So we'll go ahead and pull this one from Facebook. Vanessa over on Facebook says, "Hello, Psychic Teagan. Can you tell me about me and Tom's relationship?"
Hi, Vanessa. Thank you for your question, sweetie. If you could, go ahead and close those eyes for me. Just take a couple of deep breaths. All I want you to do is, in your mind, give me permission to make a connection with you, okay? Just one moment. Okay, sweetie. So what I am seeing right now is, first of all, I feel like this relationship is getting ready to kind of mature, if you will. The first thing that I was feeling when I tapped in with you and Tom is definitely a heart connection, but I feel like somebody's a little bit faster along the path and the other one's a little bit slower, if you will. The way that I'm seeing things right now, it's like you're getting ready to step into a brand new cycle where someone's heart is maturing. And what I mean by that is, you know, the way that we want to be loved in our 20s is different than our 30s, 40s, and so on. And I feel like you and Tom are like, it's like I'm seeing the water bubble, okay? And I mean that in a very loving way, in an exciting way. I feel like your heart was ready to just go, and someone's a little bit like behind, just kind of, they're still moving forward. So you should see probably by the end of September, going into early October, sweetie, where the two of you are going to be walking side by side, okay? You're actually going to be on that same page moving forward. It just needed a little bit of time to kind of, I don't know, I feel like you were just ready to go, and his heart is there with you. He just needed to kind of go at his pace for a little bit. So things should start to pick up into a brand new cycle here by September.
Our next question is going to come from Griselda over on YouTube. They ask, "I'd like to know if Deja would ever communicate with me."
Okay, so if you could go ahead and just take those deep breaths and invite me into your space. Give me just 1 second. Okay, I am hearing the number 2 and 3. I don't know if the number 23 means anything to you, Griselda. I really do feel this could be anywhere from the 23rd of this month, the next 2 to 3 weeks, okay? There seems like there is something kind of, energy is kind of starting to flow a little bit. I feel that this person, Deja, is thinking a lot about communication. I feel like they're getting close to that communication, but then pull back. So you should probably, by the 23rd or in the next 2 to 3 weeks, you should hear something from that individual.
So we will be taking more questions in about half an hour, around 3:30 p.m. Pacific, 5:30 p.m. Central. Right now, Mercedes is going to be getting a reading with Psychic Teagan. So stay tuned. Keep asking your questions in chat, because once we're done, we're going to start pulling those immediately afterwards. And then, of course, at the end, we'll be doing the tarot questions. So if you do have a question that you don't really feel comfortable asking, you can ask it there. And you can even just be a little bit more generic if you're not comfortable asking your question, like, give me a career card. Maybe you don't want to say that you're looking for a new job, or maybe you don't want to use your crush's names. You ask for a love card regarding your crush. So that's a great way to ask a question in a more discreet way. But for now, I'll give the floor over so that Psychic Teagan can do a reading.
Okay, awesome. Mercedes, I am so excited to be with you today, my dear.
Oh, I'm so excited to talk to you.
Oh, fantastic. Well, what I would love to do is I would love for you and I both to just close our eyes, take a couple of deep breaths, because when I get your breath, your focus, and of course your permission, I get to get more detail. My guides will give me more specifics. So that's what if we could just go ahead and do that, and then we're going to get started and see what's coming up for you, okay?
I love it.
So let's just go ahead and close our eyes. All I want you to do is take a couple of deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And as you're breathing, Mercedes, if you could please, in your mind, give me permission to make a connection with you in perfect love and perfect trust. And now I just want you to go ahead and focus your exhale on our reading, career, love and relationships. It's just that you're giving me that permission. All right. Sweetie, you can open up your eyes whenever you are ready. And we are getting ready to go here. Okay. So the first thing that I honestly connect with you on is I see a little person in your world. I feel like you're a mom. I feel like your child is your number one. And this is fairly new in your life. Is that?
Oh, you're on the money. New first time mom. So it's like everything for me.
Yeah. This is just a beautiful energy, like this little soul. I just feel such a beautiful connection between the two of you. Very empathic little energy too. So congratulations, because I'm pretty sure this is it's a boy, right? Little boy?
It is a boy. It is a boy.
Okay. How exciting. How old is he?
He just turned 1 in June.
Okay, yeah, because I see him kind of tiny.
The miniature, the tiny, yeah.
the little guy. All right. Well, congratulations on that. That's the first thing that flows in for me, for you. The other thing that I'm seeing it's actually really exciting, girl. I feel like you have come to a place in your life, maybe the last 7 to 8 years. I feel like you've gotten finality to something where it's kind of like when we read books that have trilogies in them. You know, we read the first one and we're like, we can't get to the second one fast enough because we're so excited. Your last 7 or 8 years, sweetie, you've closed a chapter.
Yeah.
And I feel like you are getting ready to open up a brand new chapter, like lots of new cycles. It's almost like, I feel like I see the world card in my mind right now, which means that it's like you're getting ready to venture off and dive into a new phase in your life, specifically around obviously being a mom, but you already got that.
We're getting there.
Right? A lot of great stuff coming up for your career, but I have to talk to you about spiritually, because my guides are like tugging at me right now, like tapping on me going, she's very, very intuitive herself. I feel like there's a brand new cycle taking place for you as far as diving in. It's almost like your soul is unzipping, and you are letting all of this beautiful energy come in, zipping it back up. Like it's like you're protected, but it's like you're putting one foot in front of the other around your spirituality. So I feel like, don't be surprised if you wake up in the middle of the night at 3 in the morning, 3:30, 4:30, can't go to sleep. You are a thinker. You are a processor. I wouldn't be surprised if you're an air sign, just because I feel you're a great communicator. I feel like you could probably write a book one day. I sense that you have this, like a facilitator, mediator kind of energy where you are the go-to. You are this person. I also see you collaborating with a lot of people. And I don't feel like it's just in your area. I feel like this could be national or international opportunities for you down the road. But there's this gorgeous cycle right now where I feel like you've closed that book and you get to be the author going, okay, where do I want to go? I feel like the divine is on your side right now, Mercedes. Like, and I know this sounds kind of crazy, but it's like, just ask for it. Because I feel like manifestation is all around you. I feel I feel like here recently, there's some kind of project or something. It's almost like I see you organizing things, crossing the T's, dotting the I's, bringing this person in, bringing that person in. It's like you are doing some kind of a big, I don't know, it feels like an event of some kind. You're a facilitator to these events. Makes sense with you?
Yes, it is. I actually do webinars on the side and I facilitate them. So that's kind of where that comes in line.
Okay.
And we're going international with that too. So
I see international for you. And I actually do feel that sometime next year, sweetie, you potentially could be going overseas and actually like meeting people face to face and things like that. But I'm also hearing right now that there is a time, this is a time for you to do, I like to refer to it as the 4 R's: rest, restore, rejuvenate, and I can't remember the fourth one now. Rest, restore, rejuvenate, and reload.
Rest some more?
Rest some more, yes.
Right.
It's almost kind of like, girl, it's like the calm before the exciting storm. I feel like something is brewing for you that you have planted seeds from years ago, maybe the last 2 or 3 years, because something's popping. You are collaborating with so many people. I see in my mind right here the 3 of Pentacles, which says to me that your company this year, sweetie, probably between, I would say now and the end of the year, worst case scenario would be the first quarter of 2022. You are taking a new level of commitment. You are taking a new dive into a new, like you're veering off. Like when I close my eyes and I connect with you around career, I see a big, huge oak tree, okay? Which says to me, not only are you about the quantity, it's about the quality. It's like the roots, the strength, the grounded space. And I see you almost branching out in a lot of different ways. It's kind of like, you know, when people say, well, they extended the olive branch. Well, there's not a lot of people extending olive branches by the end of the year. A lot of people really wanting to work with you. So I do feel that things are going to start popping for you in the month of September. Now, there is something I feel around your, I don't know, I think it's just your mind. I think your mind is just amazing creativity. And it comes in so quick and so fast that sometimes you may be like, oh my gosh, Teagan, stop the world. I need to get off for just a second. Like my brain just won't shut down for me right now. So I do feel that you could be having a little bit of sleepless nights here recently. But I'm also feeling like it's not, you know how your body can't like differentiate between good stress and nervous stress?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a lot of excitement, not necessarily like the heaviness of that. And I just feel like things are about ready to go 0 to 60 pretty quickly towards the end of this year. So something is definitely brewing. I would not be surprised if somebody comes to you in the next 3 months, wanting to pull you in, potentially even asking you to move to somewhere to do these things, because I see you are the voice of reason, or you're the voice of, you're like the glue that brings people together. So
I'm a Libra. We're balanced.
Yeah. Okay. You are an air sign. Awesome.
Got him.
Okay. So a lot of victory in 6 months. It's like I see you getting a lot of attention, not just from national, but international. I see you getting a lot of attention through obviously social media, things like that. But this is a platform that I feel you'll always have. But I also feel like you're stepping up. It's like when I, once again, close my eyes and I ask about your career, I literally see an escalator going up, okay? Which says to me that opportunity is just going to continue to present itself, okay? In a weird way, I almost want to say syndication, but I think we might have already talked about that, yeah. I feel like around, you potentially could be purchasing a home right around 2022 as well. I feel like there's an option to move and potential purchase of something. Because I keep seeing I see a lot of 11s with you, and I refer those 11s as kind of like the four of cups.
Yeah.
Which says to me also, by the way, because it's right here in my brain, you have a very serious relationship coming up that you are going to be really diving into, girl. I don't necessarily, no disrespect when I say this, like I feel like you date a little bit, but I don't feel like you are really going to go on a mass dating kind of, let's see. I feel like this person is going to organically line up with you, okay? I don't feel like this is a dating app. I don't feel like this is anything like that online. I sense, and I do feel that this person could also be in the same type of work that you are in, because I feel like you guys have a lot in common. Now, for me, I'm hearing the number 4. So this could start to show up in the next 4 weeks to the next 4 months. Timing's a little bit hard, you know, worst case scenario would be 4 weeks, 4 months. And I do feel like this person, couple years older than you, 3 to 5 years older than you, well-established, really good with money, also very, very creative. So they could be like somebody who also, maybe they direct, I don't even know if that's the right word, but behind the scenes directing like podcasts or for bigger broadcasting companies. Because when I ask my guides how your heart will fall, and I mean fall in love, they're saying it's organically taking place. And I feel like this is an earth sign. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. They're very family oriented. They are really about, building. There's that tree I'm seeing again with the roots. So I'm going to tell you, you're going to be in a very committed relationship within the next 4 months at the latest.
Mm-hmm.
This is someone that you will potentially meet and be in the same line of work as you.
Mm-hmm.
There's no games in this one. It's like I see him, crazy visuals I get sometimes, girl. It's like I see this man throwing the fishing pole out into a pond, and you nibble. And the two of you want to bring each other in, if you will. Like you kind of reel each other in. So nobody's going to be in front of the other. This will be it'll be quick and very, when you first start to date, but I feel like the two of you are going to mirror one another's energies. Okay. And he's going to love your boy. He's definitely a family person. So I feel like this is just a gorgeous energy that's coming for you. And again, no disrespect, but I feel like something needs to happen within your business before this man shows up. So I feel like they almost go hand in hand, if you will, Mercedes. Like as soon as that one domino falls, the second domino falls again. And it's kind of, like that spiral kind of energy for you. Okay, let me just ask a couple more. I want to just check how we're doing so far, by the way.
You're doing great on market.
Okay, good. Okay, good. I just want to, I like to sometimes when I have permission to scan people energetically too.
Oh yeah.
Because I feel like you are blossoming. Like right now, I feel like spiritually there's this inquisitive mind, whether it's about Reiki, whether it's about chakra balancing, whether it's about being empathic, because by the way, I do feel that you are very empathic. I feel like you recognize other people's stuff.
A good judge of character, if you will.
Yeah. That's great. That's great. But you're aware, right? Like I love that you are aware of that. And I just feel like it's the onion. I love to use this example of the Vidalia onion. When you pull the layers back to the onion, they might make your eyes teary, right? We might shed tears over things. But when we get to the center of that onion, it's so sweet. We can eat it like an apple, right? So I feel like you've been pulling back a lot of layers from the last couple of years. I feel like you're finding who you are. I sense it's almost kind of like the caterpillar that turns into the butterfly, right? You went through some tough times, but your karmic slate has been wiped clean. You've done the work for you personally. So I see you just being excellent communicator, excellent idea, thought maker, very innovative. You are going to be doing something here soon, Mercedes, where I feel like you differentiate yourself so much from other podcasters or other webinar people. I don't know if it's the topics that you're talking about, or if it's the fun energies you're bringing in, but I just sense that the water's never going to run dry. The well will never run dry. You have this very magnetic energy to you. And I feel like if you were to say, like, now I'm seeing the magician in my mind, which is all about manifesting, right? So I'm seeing you go, okay, I got to ask, did you manifest this? Have you been manifesting the syndication? Have you been like talking to your maker and be like, I'm ready for all this?
That does happen a lot.
Okay.
A lot.
Yeah, because I'm getting this sense that this is something that just didn't happen overnight. This is something that you have been working towards and building up. And I just feel like things are about ready to just, in a good way, explode for you. Okay, kind of like the champagne cork that pops out of the bottle, right?
That's perfect for Libra season. Just bring all that good energy in.
Exactly. Now, I do want to talk to you about, I feel like, of course, this is figuratively, of course. I feel like there's still a tiny itty bitty little hole in that heart space around the idea of a relationship. I feel like you've had a lot of time to kind of process, but I still feel there's an itty bitty little patch in there. So if the relationship, the person that I see stepping in doesn't come until like closer to the end of the year, I feel like it has something to do with two things. One, your career is going to pop first, and then that person's going to show up. So try not to get too frustrated, because it's like my guides are telling me right now, you have done the work, you have taken responsibilities for things, and it's like you are coming out of the gate as a fresh new energy. You almost look reborn to me. I know that sounds weird, but it's like this, like you've cleansed from the core out. Okay. I want to scan you energetically really quickly.
Yeah.
So go ahead and just close your eyes. I want to do a quick scan on all of your chakras here real quick. Nice and grounded. Your root chakra looks fantastic. Okay, just going up. Okay, throat chakra is open really nicely. Of course, I feel like this is like obviously your passion. I feel like your heart chakra is open as well, but there's something going on like with your solar plex a little bit. You could be carrying a little bit of anxiety or a little bit of stress in that stomach. One of the things I love to tell my clients when we talk about chakras is I want you to, like, this one to me happens to be a little bit closed off. So what I would say to you is tonight, maybe when you're laying in bed, you're doing your meditation after you love on that beautiful little boy of yours, and you have time for you, light some candles, just lay in bed or whatever. Take your left hand and just place it about 6 inches over the top of your solar plexus. And I want you, when you close your eyes, I want you to spin it counterclockwise and see all the dirt, all the stuff come off of it. When it's not flinging that dirt anymore, I want you to stop it with your hand. You'll just reach out, stop it, and you'll spin it the clockwise position. That's all you need to do, because I'm not sensing there's a crazy blockage. I just think that that's where you carry stress.
Yeah, I love that. That's great.
Okay, good. All right. And I just want to go ahead and go up here really quick. Yes. And as far as like your crown chakra, sweetie, your third eye, I feel like you're peeling back these layers. There goes the onion again, I see. So I feel like you're going to be craving more and more of this kind of information, this kind of, whether it's anything, Reiki, astrology, numerology. I just feel like this is a topic that excites you. And I do see you diving in. How are we doing? Is there any specific questions you'd like?
No, I think you nailed it like on the head. Perfect.
Really?
Yeah, you did great. You literally nailed every question that I would have had. So I'm in tune. But it's great that you noticed the baby off top and then knew about the air signs as well. And that's kind of where my focus is. So you're on point. You know exactly where I'm going.
Okay, good. Now, sweetie, have you thought about doing some kind of a book? Because it's like, I keep hearing in my ear, the writings on the wall.
That's so funny. Years ago, like probably my first psychic reading ever, I remember her saying that to me, like, oh, I see you writing a book. I see you writing a book. I can't write. I mean, maybe I'll pay somebody to write for me. It's like a Teagan, but I don't see myself doing that.
Absolutely. And I feel like even if you did like a ghostwriter where you have all these great ideas, because I feel like you are the voice of reason in so many things. I feel like you are such an even-keeled like a person, like you're very diplomatic, you're very balanced out nicely. And it just feels to me like there's something that I see you signing and handing to people. So that's why I asked about the book, because I feel like one day you may sign that.
Yeah, no, but I've heard that before. That's definitely something to relive, because it's the second time now that I've heard it.
Okay. And that may take a couple of years still.
Yeah.
But I still feel it's in your, it's in your path. And maybe in 5 years from now, you may be like, hey, Teagan, oh my God, I just finished that children's book all about spirituality and how to use.
Oh, I love that. That's actually might be an idea. There's some money making in children's books, you know.
Absolutely. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to share with you is that, and I'm not picking on you, I'm just reading.
No, you're fine.
Sometimes you do take on a lot, and sometimes you find yourself just like working late into the evening and your head is spinning like, oh my gosh, I have so much to do.
Yeah.
So that's, I think, one of the reasons why my guides was referencing the fours, the 4 R's, restore, rejuvenate, all of that kind of stuff. Because I feel like once the end of August, end of August going into early September, moving towards the rest of the year, talk about boom, 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 fast, fast, fast. And I just feel like this is the time where you are, it's like you're growing through the ground. It's like that flower that starts to blossom.
Yeah.
But it's going to happen quick, sweetie. It's not going to just be like one foot in front of the other. I feel like one day it's just going to be like,
We're moving.
Yeah. So a lot of very fast-paced energy coming your way around your career. I want to talk to you a little bit more about this person that's stepping into your life, though.
Yeah.
If that's okay.
Yeah, of course.
All right. I'd like to share a little bit of their personality traits. I know I started to kind of tell you a little bit. I feel like this person is could be in production. Okay. Maybe not on radio, but maybe they're somewhere else in LA doing productions for other things, because I see cameras. Maybe they're a cameraman. I'm seeing a lot of cameras, bright flashes going off. This person to me feels like a comfortable pair of jeans for you. Okay. You guys may, I don't know. I feel like you have enough that's in common that bring the two of you together, but I feel like that there's enough differences that keeps you both on your toes in a playful way, in a very, very playful way.
Yeah.
Financially grounded, stable. Every once in a while.
That's always a plus.
Right. You don't have to heal anybody. You don't have
to there you go.
This person comes to you clean and healed already. So no games. There's not going to be any games. I I do feel this person, I don't know, the energy that he feel around this person is very loving, wants to take care of you, very supportive of you. Now, the one thing that you may sometimes go, oh my gosh, Teagan, this person is always thinking. They're thinking so much that they may say to you, well, babe, I told you I was going to be late tomorrow. I told you I had a meeting. And you're like, no, you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
They think so much that they think that they spoke those words when they might have. So the only piece that I'm hearing is because, I mean, obviously you're an air sign, you're a Libra, you're a great communicator, you know how to do all that.
Right.
That would be one thing that you might have to hold their hand and kind of walk them along, you know, the way a little bit.
Right.
I do feel they are in love with their job. I do feel that they are very passionate about what they do. And right now I feel like they're just focusing on themselves and moving forward. So I don't feel like they come to you going, oh, well, this is one of my favorite sayings. You know, we all have baggage. Let's find somebody that loves us enough to help us unpack. And when I'm looking at this gentleman, it's under 50 pounds. So you don't have to check it on the airplane.
That's even better.
Right. So he's done his work is my point. It's not a heavy load. And I feel like he's very much here to support you. I see you kind of in the limelight. Okay, so you're getting a lot of attention in the limelight. And I see him being behind the scenes, just supporting you. Like some people struggle with their person in that limelight. And this person is very, very confident. I get a G. I get like a G, like a Greg, a Gary, a Gavin, some kind of G around there, for sure, is what I feel. But he's very supportive of you. Very, very, very supportive of you and your child. So it feels like it's just going to be a really beautiful, like, when it does happen, I feel like it's just going to like hand to glove a little bit, okay? Between now and the time you meet him, though, you may be like, ugh, I would really like to go on a date sometime soon. I feel like your work right now, I feel like hanging out with
priority,
now, spending time with some of the, you know, the women in your world. I feel that you also are a very big influencer to the women in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, like big time. Like I wouldn't be surprised if you had some kind of women's group or something like that, because it feels to me like you are a born leader. You're here to like pioneer things, my dear. And I feel like this is the year for you to really start seeing things pop.
That's awesome. I appreciate that so much. You gave like amazing insight. It's great.
Oh, thank you.
Amazing insight.
Awesome. Awesome. So do you have any other questions for me, or should we see if Danica's coming back in?
I don't, but I thank you again so much because on point. I see why they like you so much over there.
Oh, you're very sweet, Mercedes.
Thank you so much. And thank you, Danica, as well, for inviting me on.
Oh,
I think you might be on mute, Danica.
Yes, I am. Thank you so much for joining us. It was so much fun watching you get a reading.
Thank you so much. You guys take care and good luck to you both.
Thank you.
Bye.
Perfect. Well, now we'll get back to pulling questions from the audience. That was a great reading to watch. But before we begin, just a reminder, we're not going to be answering any questions about health or legal questions, which do include questions about pregnancy. So if you are asking something along those lines, if you could ask something else, that would be great. And then the last 15 minutes, we will jump back into pulling tarot cards. So if you have a question that you don't really feel comfortable asking, or you want to be a little bit more vague and not give away too much detail, that's a great way to do that. You can just say something like, I need a finance card, or I need a love card, or a general card. And then one other question for you, Teagan, just because somebody on our YouTube was asking, do you take pet questions?
I do.
Perfect. Have a good question. Go ahead and ask it. And then just a reminder, if you are asking about another person, whether you're talking about a friend or a person you have a crush on, if you could also use their first name in the question, that would be great.
Yes. And if you could also, when you hear your name called, maybe take those deep breaths for me and focus on the question at hand. That'd be great.
Well, this one comes from David over on Facebook. He says, hello, Miss Teagan. I love these broadcasts here on Facebook. Just wanted to see if my finances are going to turn around in the near future. Love what all you do.
David, thank you so much. And thank you for your question. And let's dive in. So go ahead and just take those deep breaths and give me permission to connect. Let's find out what's going on. Clarity, please, for David in regards to his career and finances. All right. All right, sweetie. So one of the things that I am hearing around your money is that I feel like you are getting ready to grab the reins, take charge, and be in control of your finances again. Not that I'm saying that you're not right now, but it feels like you're very determined to. It's like I see the chariot in my mind when I connect with you, David. It's like you are. It's said that the man in the chariot is. He has to grab the reins for both, and he has to maneuver both of these horses down the exact same path. I feel like your last year and a half has been a whirlwind in your business and in your industry. I do see things starting to pop for you. Allow the middle of September, between now and the end, middle of September, things may feel like you're doing a little bit of a tango, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. But I am seeing towards October, mid-September going into October, things are starting to pop again, okay? I feel like you've got the reins, you're the one that is driving the force. So I do sense that money is going to be shifting for you for the positive, where you're feeling like it's coming, it's staying. And that's taking place for me right around September going into October. But I also feel like your career is going to pop in March or April of 2022. I sense that you're going to be receiving some kind of a business opportunity, and it feels very substantial and sustainable for you. I don't know if this has something to do with you being some kind of a consultant or doing your own thing, but I do feel like you're being pulled and wearing a lot of hats, being pulled in a lot of different directions, but also wearing a lot of hats and loving it. So hang in there, my friend. You're on the right path. Grab the reins, because where I see you driving is very, very focused, very determined, and you'll be back in that saddle soon.
Next question is also about finances. It comes from Kayla over on YouTube. They ask, I've been feeling kind of lost and have been struggling financially. Do you see my situation getting any better? Is there something better coming my way?
Okay, Kayla, thank you. Thank you for your question, sweetie. Go ahead and take those deep breaths for me, please. Invite me into your space. Okay. So it's interesting because with you, love, what I'm seeing is that I need you to trust, number one. I know you're like, Teagan, sometimes it's really hard to trust right now, the way the world is or whatever. I do feel that things are going to start to get better. I do sense that you may be feeling like, money comes in, it goes out. I sense that in the next 60 to 65 days, I don't know why I'm hearing 65, 60 to 65 days, I do see a new business opportunity coming. I don't know if this is a part-time job outside of what you're currently doing right now, or if this is a brand new job, but I am seeing that there's some kind of, it's like they're showing me a carrot, okay? They're dangling that carrot in front of you as that rabbit, okay? And you're excited. So I do feel like in the next 60 days, okay, hold on 1 second. They're saying something, they meaning my guide, saying something around as soon as September 6th, but I am hearing like 60 days. I don't know what this is about. It feels like you are accepting something new that offers something more financially stable to you as far as your paycheck goes. So you're going to finally start to feel like you're breathing again, probably within 2 months. So I think what they're saying is you'll probably potentially get the offer in September, and within 60 days, you'll be like, oh, that 800-pound gorilla just got off my chest. I can finally have, feel better about the direction that my money's going. Honey, it's coming. Hang in there. I know it's a little bit crazy out there right now, but I do feel that you are going to be okay. And try to stay out of that energy of fear, okay? Because fear will hold us back when the divine is trying to bring us so many beautiful things. If we're caught in that place of fear, we can sometimes almost repel that a little bit. So embrace it, invite it, thank the universe for it, and you will manifest it potentially even sooner. But by September 6th, you should have some kind of good news.
Our next question comes from Patrick over on YouTube. They ask, hey, Teagan, will Nicole and I get back together? If so, when? And will it last forever?
Okay, Patrick, thank you for your question. Let's take a peek. Clarity, please, for Patrick and Nicole. All right. She seems very focused on herself right now. I'm going to answer your question. I'm going to say, yeah, there will be a day that the two of you return. I do feel that it has longevity opportunities. But I also feel like right now she's super focused on herself right now. I don't know if she's finishing up school, really focused on her career. I feel like the heart, both of you, there's still emotion here, Patrick. I feel like your hearts are still thriving with emotion for one another. This to me is a timing thing. I use this a lot in my readings. It's kind of like, you guys have been two ships kind of crossing in the night. For me, towards right around October, it seems like it's the fourth quarter of 2021 where the two of you potentially reconnect at that point. You're like, oh my gosh, Teagan, that's forever. you potentially could hear from her prior to that. But what I'm seeing towards the end of this year is that both of your ships are finally coming and stopping at port, okay? In the past, she was out to sea and you were at port, or you know, vice versa. So for me, it's like things are calming down. She's hit that cycle. She's completed something. She's ready to dive back into her heart space. So I feel like there's opportunity. I feel like more so down the road than even in the past. I feel like the two of you will be on the same page moving forward. So I love the energy for the two of you. It definitely has the ingredients for success and long-term commitment for sure. Right now, I feel like she's just trying to focus on her, throwing those shoulders back, doing what she needs to do for her career and for her heart space. And I do see like a tiny little crumb coming your way. And what I mean by that is you're going to hear from her, maybe a little bit of a softer communication. She maybe wants to feel you out a little bit before she dives in and gives you too much energy. So, but I do see the two of you reconnecting by the end of the year.
Next question comes from Katie over on Facebook. They say, hi, Teagan. When will I get a new job and would it be more money? I feel like my current job wants me out.
Okay, Katie, thank you for your question, sweetie. Go ahead and close those eyes, take those deep breaths. Just give me permission to connect. Okay. I feel like you're going to have two opportunities over the next 3 weeks. I am actually seeing you as the Two of Swords in my mind right now. I feel, and again, no disrespect, I feel like energetically, you may feel a little lost right now, what direction that you want to go around your career, okay? Because I do sense that you potentially have two offers and you are at a crossroads going, what do I do, okay? I feel like this is something that can happen very quickly for you, Katie. I don't sense that this is going to be months and months and months. I feel the energy, I don't know, it's like my guides are making me feel like claim what you want. Tell us what you want to receive and we will send it your direction. Okay. It's all about manifesting, right? But there is something around, you may be feeling a little wishy-washy of what direction you want to go with your career. Maybe that's why my guides are like, well, we're not really sure what she wants, but we're going to go ahead and throw her this one and then we'll throw her that one. And then she gets to decide. So I almost kind of feel like claim, like make a very powerful, like words of power. I love to talk about them. You know, I, Katie, am starting a new job on August 30th as a nurse at this hospital or whatever the case may be, right? I feel like your head and your heart right now, sweetie, aren't quite in alignment because they feel like you're stressing over finances. And when we do that, we can't kind of stay true to what we need right now. So I actually see that head and that heart lining up pretty great for you. And just go for it, girl. Pull that Band-Aid off and come out of the gate quick and fast because you potentially could be out of there within 2 to 3 weeks and have a new opportunity that you're really enjoying. And you also will have a voice.
We still have a lot of time for more questions, so don't forget to keep commenting your questions, whether you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube. But I'm just going to take a quick moment to tell you guys about some of our upcoming events. We do these live readings almost every single Monday, with the exception of the third Monday of the month, which I know is next Monday. But next Monday, what we're going to be having instead is our Tarot Live, which is pretty similar to this. We sit down with one of our psychics. There's not a video. It's just a regular post on our Facebook, our Instagram, and our Twitter. And you can submit questions on our Instagram story as well, where you can submit your questions. And Psychic Tyler will be going in and doing a free one-card tarot pool for as many questions as she can and providing a brief explanation of the card and what it means for your situation. And then the week after that, we will be having a live reading with Psychic Kerrigan on August 23rd. And then on August 30th, we'll have our live reading with Psychic Suki. So make sure that if you're watching on Facebook or if you're watching on YouTube, you hit that like button or you hit that subscribe button so you can be notified every single time that we go live. And then if you haven't done so already, don't forget to download our app because we have exclusive offers in our app. We have a ton of free treats you can use, like daily tarot card pools and free daily horoscopes. And it's there in the App Store and the Google Play Store. All you have to do is search California Psychics. But we will get back to pulling some questions. This question comes from Stephanie over on YouTube. She says, hi, Teagan. What can you tell me about my next romantic partner? I've been single for 6 years.
Okay. Thank you, Stephanie, for your question. Give me just 1 second to make a connection with you, sweetie. Clarity, please, for Stephanie around her heart space. Okay. All right, hun. I feel like hopefully this isn't going to be like, hopefully you won't take this negatively because I sure am not, but I do feel like it's going to be just a little bit longer before you really dive in with someone. I'm actually feeling the spring of 2022, sweetie, is where I'm really feeling something to be very substantial and sustainable for you. I feel like you are still in this momentum of focusing on yourself, healing your heart around something, and I sense that you are very focused on your career too right now. So it does feel to me it could take another 6 months before you actually meet this person, but I do feel like it's going to be worth the wait. Okay, they come across as a air sign to me. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. They're a good communicator. I feel like they potentially could be working in finance, or some kind of an attorney even. I feel like they work on behalf of people. I feel as if this is something that is going to be, I see someone introducing you to this person. I feel like you are out and about. I feel like you could even be at some kind of an event and you meet this person. Let's see, 2 to 3 years older than you. I do feel that they love to travel. So I feel like one of the things that around this energy for me, maybe you're actually somewhere with work, because I feel like he traveled somewhere and you've traveled somewhere. So I don't know if you're there on a vacation, on a family vacation, or you're there for work, but I feel like there is something, it's like you were right at the right place at the right time again. Something is, it's like the universe is moving things out of the way for you. I am very, very comfortable in saying that probably by March or April of 2022, you will have met this person and you will be diving into a relationship. I do feel like you will remarry again. I don't know why I felt like you went through like maybe a bad, situation. And you have just been so focused on yourself and your family. And I feel like now it's your turn. I feel like the universe is saying, wow. So when they show up, you may find yourself going, this is too good to be true. This is happening too quick, too fast. I don't feel like it's going to be a long, drawn out process when you meet this person. I feel like you're going to connect, you're going to enjoy, and organically, you're just going to find, you're going to wake up and go, I'm in love. I'm in a relationship again. This feels good. There's not going to be pressure around it. So it'll be very playful.
Lucia over on Facebook asks, do you see me and my family in a new home soon, or what do you see in our future? Thank you.
Okay, great. Okay. My guides are telling me that eventually, sweetie, you are going to have that home, but there is something that I keep feeling like it's either getting delayed or it's getting pushed back. I feel like if you are right now in pursuit of buying a new home right now, it almost feels like there's something, it's like I'm seeing red tape, like somebody has to cut through, or maybe it's just a lag time, or maybe it just feels like you're going to get frustrated. Hold on, let me just listen here. It's like they're telling me to tell you to take a deep breath for about 2 weeks, pull back from everything, because the soonest that I potentially see you purchasing something would be in the month of October and or November. But I feel like right now you're kind of burnt out, because it seems like when you try to find something, it feels good, but then it kind of slips through the fingers or through the cracks some way, somehow. And I want you to know that the universe does have a plan. Like this next home that you do end up finding, it's not going to be cutting through tape. It's not going to be feeling forced. Everything around it feels very natural and it's falling into place. So I just feel like right now, maybe the universe is saying, yes, slow down a little bit. There's a new cycle coming for you, probably at the end of August moving forward. Pick things up moving forward. And I do feel potentially by the end of the year, you can be in that next home, sweetie.
We have another question about homes. This one comes from Kevin over on Facebook asking, should I sell my house and move or replace the roof?
Oh my goodness. Okay, Kevin, give me 1 second. Okay. It's kind of the same thing I'm hearing. Like when I ask, should you sell your house? I keep getting a very solid no. I feel like you've got some nice equity in there. I feel like if you were to sell it, yes, you'd probably make a lot of money. But I also feel like you might find yourself going, where am I going to live now? It seems like there's a lot of chaos with getting into the next place energetically for people these days. So what I'm being pulled to tell you, Kevin, is to replace the roof. I want you to do whatever feels best for you in your gut. But I feel like hold on to that home if you can for a little longer. Maybe let some of the real estate industry or whatever kind of calm down a bit before you do, because I feel like you would have a problem. Your house would probably sell quickly, but you probably struggle with finding that next space. So that would be that's what my guide suggestion is to focus on the roof.
So we have about 15 minutes left. Do you want to switch over to doing tarot card pulls?
Sure.
Perfect. And just before we do that, this is a really fast live reading. The questions and the answers go by a lot quicker. So make sure you keep commenting your question. If you do want to be a little bit more vague and ask for a general card or a love card, feel free to do that. But then if you do need more clarity, maybe you didn't get your question answered in the first half, or maybe you have some follow-up questions, download our app, visit us online, give us a call. We'd love to connect you with one of our psychics. I'm sure Psychic Teagan would love to talk to you. When are you going to be online next, if anyone?
Yes. So I'm typically 9 to 2 Mountain Standard Time, Tuesday through Friday. So come on in and pop in. I'd love to chat.
Perfect. And we have this promo code that is flashing at the bottom of the screen. If you use that promo code SADIES10, it's going to get you $10 added to eligible new customer packages. So make sure that you use that if you've never had a reading before. And we can go ahead and jump. Ooh, these are going real fast. This one comes from Stacy over on Facebook asking for a love card.
Okay, Stacy, you got it. King of Cups, something very romantic is coming, girl. If you're not already in a relationship, or if you're just curious as to what's happening around your heart space, feels like there's someone that's quite smitten over you, okay? With that King of Cups, it's, the one thing about the King of Cups that sometimes can throw people off is that obviously Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy right here, but that King of Cups sometimes doesn't always, they kind of sometimes pull their emotions back and don't always show emotion. Sometimes they wear it on their sleeves. But I like to reference this guy. He's kind of like sitting on that little boat or whatever it is, just kind of floating. Like, I feel like somebody is all caught up in their emotions over you. And I do feel if you are not in a relationship, you are about ready to meet a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy that's going to be very romantic, honey. It feels like this person knows what they want and they treat you very lovingly. So there you go on that one.
Next one comes from Cynthia over on YouTube. They say, I'm 61. Will I ever be financially secure? Afraid of losing apartment, no job, physical limitations.
Okay. All right, Cynthia. I love this. Thank you, Divine. Honey, I want you to continue to have faith. This is the Star card right here, okay? This card is a beautiful, it's major arcana for Aquarius. So, Cynthia, I'm not sure if you are an Aquarius. If you are, great. If not, that's okay too. But what this card is really talking about, sweetie, is that even though right now you may go, what the heck is going on? I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to stay in my apartment. I don't have a job right now. I'm really struggling with other things right now. Where the heck is this going to come? How is this going to happen? The best way for me to tell you is what the cards just say here, and that is the Star card. Have faith, okay? Continued faith. Wish on that lucky star. Tell the universe what it is that you need. I know that right now it may not feel like it, but with this card coming out, it does says that the universe will provide for you. So stay focused in that heart space and know that things will start to fall back into place, especially with the star showing up.
Jacob, also on YouTube, is asking for a love card, and they also say, P.S. Love your hair, Teagan.
Oh, thanks, Jacob. All right, let's see what we got for you. All right, sweetie. So the card we have around relationships is the Death card right now. So a couple ways I want to interpret this, because I don't know your the details of your question. It's more of a general question. I would say to you that with death comes rebirth, right? Like, this isn't a physical death, right? This is just something is ending and there's some kind of new beginning. So I guess what I would say to you is that if you are in a relationship right now and you are feeling a little bit frustrated with it, maybe it's time to close that cycle and rebirth something new, okay? This is saying to me also that you could be in a relationship right now and things are finally starting to rebirth themselves in a beautiful way. But if the question is, should I stay or should I go? This is saying this is a potential ending, okay? But there's also beautiful new beginnings attached to it. Hopefully that helped you.
Our next question comes from Mariah over on Facebook asking for a love card. They say, hi, Teagan. What can I expect moving forward with Kenya?
All right, Mariah. Thank you so much. Let's get you a card. 7 of Wands, my dear. So I guess as far as moving forward right now, the 7 of Wands is a card that someone is feeling like they have to either defend themselves, stand up for themselves around something. So for me right now, the energy with Kenya with this card showing could mean that over the next couple of weeks, she could be a little bit defensive, a little bit, or maybe she's just standing up for herself. The Seven of Wands, this guy in this little guy, he gets to the mountain, right? And he's the one on top of the mountain, but everyone is kind of poking at him. So I also want to add this energy. I also feel like maybe there was a lot of people that were in your business when the two of you were together. There might have been a lot of people having something to say around your relationship, and maybe she just needs some time to kind of push everybody back. Because I just sense that she's struggling maybe with some of her own emotions, and right now she's just trying to defend the way that she feels, but I don't know that she knows how she feels right now. I feel like it goes up and down. So expect a little bit of defensive energy, or maybe just standing up for herself right now. I feel like it's something you can work through, but I feel like a lot of people are in your business. It's making me feel almost kind of like the Five of Wands, where everybody's kind of going for the same thing and everybody's kind of up in your energy. So I feel like a pullback, a little bit of a pullback and a little bit of a sabbatical, a little bit of a break for one another, and she won't feel as defensive. But right now, a little bit, protective.
Next question is for Alexis over on Facebook. They say, "Hi Teagan, can you please do a general reading?"
Hi Alexis, absolutely, sweetie. Give me 1 second to get you a card. Does Alexis need to hear today, please? All right, love, something solid, something stable is moving its way towards you, and I'm going to tell you probably in the next 30 days. Today we have the Ace of Pentacles for you, my love. So this is all about stability, new beginnings. If you're worried about money, if you're worried at all around a job, I feel like you've got some good mojo coming around finances and money. It just feels Ace of Pentacles is very grounded. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. There's some kind of new beginning taking place. You might even maybe meet a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, and through work and dive into a potential relationship too. So lots of different ways we can read this card, but it is all about stability and being very, very grounded. So I'm not worried about money and career. I think you got some exciting stuff coming.
Sophia, also on Facebook, is asking for a love card.
Okay. Card for Sophia, please, in regards to love. What does she need to hear today? Three of Cups, girl. This is what I'm going to say. Go have fun. You potentially are going to meet somebody at some kind of social gathering, some kind of maybe party, backyard barbecue, Labor Day weekend, whatever's coming up. But this is saying, now this is going to sound like I'm being mama bear over here. We have to go out and mingle in order to meet somebody, and I know it's hard right now with our world, but if there is an opportunity for you to get out, I feel like you're going to have a lot of fun with this person. I feel like you potentially could meet this person at a party. So if you're getting an invitation and you feel comfortable, to go for it, because I feel like this is how you're going to meet that next love, is that Three of Cups. Lots to celebrate, a lot of fun together, and having a good time.
Angie over on YouTube is also asking for a love card. They ask, will me and Andrew have a good love relationship?
Okay, Angie, thank you for your question, sweetie. Just take those deep breaths. Give me 1 second. What does Angie need to hear today in regards to Andrew and their relationship? All right. Okay, so love card with you and Andrew. Queen of Pentacles, a very stable, very thoughtful relationship, very giving relationship. The Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn energy for me. Could be Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. I feel like you guys are rooting. I feel like you guys are already nestling into a family kind of energy. I sense that there is a beautiful, thoughtful, grounded, caring, I don't just worry about myself, I worry about you as well kind of energy. There's a beautiful reciprocity. So this is to me that you could be meeting a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, diving into the energy of a very solid, grounded relationship. I like the energy around it, and I feel it just feels easygoing and comfortable with that Queen of Pentacles coming out. So I like the energy for the two of you. I do. It feels very balanced. It feels like a lot of reciprocity.
Sally over on Facebook is asking for a relationship card.
Okay, Sally, 1 second. What does Sally need to hear today? All All right, sweetie, as far as relationship card, it is indicating today that it may be time to make a judgment call around something. You know, whenever I see this card, it gives me this sense of, like, I see the angels obviously blowing the trumpets, right? But there's something around liberation, I feel. I feel that there is something within you that you have some kind of a judgment call that it's time to make around the relationship, and it's going to lighten your heart once you make it. That's truly what I feel around this card for you right now. And I feel like the divine is actually maybe even encouraging that. It just feels like it's time to blow the horn, make the judgment call, and allow yourself to just be lightened. I don't know why, babe, but when I connected with you, I felt like a heavy energy on my chest, which says to me that you could just be going through some kind of ups and downs around your heart space or in a relationship. But judgment, go ahead and make that call. You'll feel better about yourself and the situation, I feel.
We have another one over from Facebook. This one is Lenny asking for a card for if I will get an agent.
Okay, Lenny, give me 1 second. Card for Lenny, please. 3 of Pentacles. That says to me you've got some kind of collaboration with potential opportunities to just not have one. 3 of Pentacles. Now, she does look a little bit frustrated here, so there could be a little bit of delay around the agent, okay? But I do feel maybe this is representing you right now. Like, oh, Teagan, I'm frustrated. I've been going down every path trying to find just the right agent for me, and I'm getting frustrated. Don't get frustrated, sweetie. The 3 of Pentacles is all about collaboration, okay? It's all about working together towards a common denominator, a common goal, if you will. So even though you maybe a couple people turned you down, or maybe a couple people said, no, not right now, I don't want you to let that discourage you, okay? Because this is saying there's something consistent moving forward around your career and around having this agent. So hang in there. And then I get this at the bottom I have to show you. Is the 8 of Pentacles, focused, hardworking, mastering something, Lenny. So you got this. Don't let the frustration of everything else around you take away the excitement that's coming, okay?
We're checking for a couple more questions, but before we jump into that, I'm just going to go over some quick announcements and some upcoming events. We'll be back next week, August 16th, with our Tarot Live, which is just like this, except for instead of there being a video for you to watch, there's just a post you can comment your question on. You can comment your question in the morning, and then we'll come back in the afternoon and try to answer as many questions as possible with Psychic Tyler. And then on the 23rd, we will have another live reading with Psychic Kerrigan. And then on August 30th, we'll have our live reading with Psychic Suki. So make sure if you're watching on Facebook, you hit the follow button. And if you're watching on YouTube, you hit that big red subscribe button so you never miss out. We do these almost every single Monday, so there's lots of chances for you to get your question answered. But if you don't get your question answered, we have this handy little promo code that is ticking at the bottom of the screen. Use that promo code Sadie's10, and it's going to get you $10 added to certain new customer packages. And then make sure that you sign up for our Karma Rewards program before you get that reading, because our Karma Rewards program is going to let you earn points so that you can earn free readings. And there's a ton of ways to earn points. We have our Karma Rewards Day where you earn extra points. You can add all of your favorite psychics like Psychic Teagan to your psychic circle and get even more points. And it comes with a free birth chart. So check that out. But I know you guys don't come here to watch me talk, so we'll pull another question. This one comes from Beth over on Facebook asking, will David and I get back together? If so, when? And will we be married?
Okay, Beth, thank you for your question, sweetie. I'll take it in 2 portions here. Okay. Clarity, please, for Beth in regards to David. All right, sweetie. I think I'm going to make you smile. 6 of Cups, a returning soulmate. Okay, 6 of Cups is one of my favorite cards when it comes to love, because it represents 2 people mirroring one another and feeling like a comfortable pair of jeans. When I bring this up in readings over the phone, I tell people all the time, like, this guy is like shrunk down from an adult to a little kid, offering love. So this says to me that the 2 of you do have a soulmate connection. It's kind of like the example I like to use is, when we gain a little extra 5 pounds, we can still put those jeans on. When we lose it, we can still put those jeans on. And it feels like a comfortable fit. For me, this is a timing thing too for the 2 of you, because this is saying he will be returning and you guys are meant to be together. This is beautiful soul connection. So I do believe that you will work through this and have a future together, sweetie.
next question is, oh, where did it go? We'll pull a different one. This next question is going to come from Melissa over on Facebook asking for a love card.
Okay, Melissa, this one's going to be for you, my dear. What does Melissa need to hear today in regards to love? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Somebody's coming in hot here pretty soon over the next 3 weeks to 30 days. We got an Ace of Swords. So you know what's beautiful, Melissa, about the Ace of Swords? Well, I mean, all aces are gorgeous, and here's why. It's because they all offer new beginnings. There's no storyline to it yet. It just says, guess what? We're going to drop this opportunity in front of you, and you have an opportunity to really move forward with something gorgeous. So I love it because I feel like the next relationship that you're stepping into will be one of communication and one that feels integral. So that's how I see this Ace of Swords. So within 30 days, I feel like you're going to be meeting somebody very substantial, sweetie. Don't be surprised if they're an air sign.
Well, that is all the time that we have for today. Thank you so much, Teagan, for joining us again.
Absolutely. Thank you, everyone, for coming in and for all your questions. And please pop on over. Come talk to me tomorrow online. I'll be online between 9 and 2 Mountain Standard Time through the end of the week. So I'd love to meet y'all on the phone.
Yes, definitely go get a reading with her. She's great. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in.
Bye, guys.
Bye.